My name is Pam Spivak. I've been a resident of Sweetwater County for over 30 years. I live in Green River and work in Rock Springs. Out my office window I see White Mountain, which is just beautiful. I've been hunting on White Mountain. I think it's great. To think that there are going to be turbines that are going to be up there using the wind energy that we have to produce our electricity, I think is just amazing. One of the things that I have to say every time that I talk about wind energy is to say that when I go by Fort Bridger, how beautiful those turbines are. I think they're gorgeous. And I just hope that the desert elk and the antelope and the bunnies and the sage grouse that are up on White Mountain will forgive us for disturbing them for a little while. And they'll come back, I think. But to think of how much cleaner their air is going to be if we use wind energy instead of pollution from coal, I think that that's a worthy cause.
Name is Tim Cogdill, and I work for the Homewood Suites in Rock Springs, Wyoming. The company, individually and the company that I work for, supports any economic development. Wind power is just one of those economic booms that could potentially bring a lot to Rock Springs and the surrounding area. You know, I told you I've been in Wyoming for 2 years, and I find the people here incredibly hardy, smart. They love their land. They bring a lot to the country as far as energy. They're going to make the right choices, and I do think that wind energy is the right choice. My feeling on the wind farms, any energy source right now, is if you flip a light switch and you drive a car, you're certainly part of the problem, and you've got to come to the table and make some compromises and be part of the solution. If you're flipping a light switch and you're driving a car, I think that coming to the table and compromising on things like wind power is a great I think it's just a great idea. I think it's great for the economy. I think it's great all around. It leaves the least footprint that I could imagine out of all the energy sources out there. So as far as the view goes, there are some trade-offs, you know, and I would imagine there are ways to mitigate the views to make it better. Location, distance from trails, different distance from. I know the horse loop's a big thing. So to me, just being part of the solution, you've got to get in there and you've got to decide what the trade-offs are, and that might be one of the trade-offs. But I think it's a good trade-off.
Well, I would say that I think it's time that we change our thinking about energy and go to projects that have a gentler impact on our environment. Generally, I have positive feelings about the project. I understand those that don't want to change their view up on White Mountain. But on the other hand, as time goes on and we're struggling to find new resources for power, it's time to begin to change that kind of thinking and think about projects that will actually have a positive impact on our future. And Wyoming's a windy state. So what better place, I suppose, than here? And I understand people saying, not in my backyard, and that happens all over the country where people are afraid to have it in their own neighborhoods, but somebody has to have it in their backyard. So why not us?
They're the ones that do have to look at it. Some of the derogatory comments I've heard about changing the viewscape doesn't bother me much. I think it's a real good place for a wind farm. I think it's a real good place for oil and gas, and we've seen a lot of that. And I think the community as a whole has benefited from that. We've got mines to the west of us. We've got mines to the east of us. You drive down Interstate 80, 40 miles, and there's a huge dragline crane off to the south. And to me, it's quite impressive to watch. And I know they sponsor a lot of trips for school kids. And, you know, if you can get the whole community involved, I think it'd be a benefit for everybody.
Hi, I'm Ken Fitchin I'm the Vice President for Student Learning at Western Wyoming Community College. We've been talking to Tasco, and if the wind energy program came into this county, we'd be excited to work with them, providing internships and interns, providing any training related to the kinds of people they need, probably particularly industrial maintenance and instrumentation training. We've worked with other energy companies that have come into this county, and we would work with that company just as in a partnership as we have with any others. Excited to do it.
I support the Sweetwater County wind project because of the success that it has had in Wyoming County, where I am from, and it's good to have new renewable energy.
I would support the wind power on White Mountain, and it would give us a lot more energy for the Rock Springs area or any other area that needs it, and cut down on fuel costs and everything else.
Okay, I support wind energy because it's using our natural resources and saving our oil supplies and stuff that we're swiftly running out of. So, yeah. I support wind power because it's efficient and we should take advantage of the wind that we have around western Wyoming.
I support this because wind power makes a positive impact on the environment, whereas other sources of energy have negative impacts on the environment.
I think that windmills are a good source of alternative energy because they provide clean, non-polluting ways of giving people electricity.
Okay, I support this project because it would help the environment.
Hi, I'm Craig Thompson. I'm Professor of Engineering and Environmental Science at Western Wyoming Community College, and I'm a proponent of the White Mountain Wind Farm. I'm a proponent because I believe in renewable energy. I'm a proponent because I think that sooner or later you have to stand up and say what you're for. We can't always just be opposing things, and this is a clean energy source that I think we can all embrace. Thank you.
White Mountain Wind Energy rocks!